Hi guys, my name's Tabrin. I'm currently running a group called Tabrin's Trading Group, and this is my first YouTube video for my channel. It's going to be a very interesting one, and it's going to be mainly about gold and what's going on behind the scenes, obviously with the China wars, and a few things that I want to bring forward into what could happen to gold next in correlation to the past, and just basically building the case for you guys and just showing what I'm thinking. And after this video, if you've got any questions or anything, I'm going to leave my Telegram username and you can message me and we can share ideas and we can talk about this more in depth. But I will try and cover everything in this video now. So I'm just going to get straight into this. Like I said, the main purpose of this is to explain my thought process on gold's current situation and what I would like to see happen, and potentially could be a ridiculous trade which could accumulate over 1,000 pips. Now, I know a lot of people chat a lot of rubbish, like, yeah, made 1,000 pips last week or whatever, but a lot of it is bullshit. Like, this is a genuine opportunity where we could see gold sell off very dramatically. And I'm just going to say now, this isn't a guarantee things to happen. We would have to have very specific criteria before we actually enter this trade, which will be a 200 pip confirmation, but the risk reward is going to be ridiculous. So I'm just going to, the first case that I'm building on is the article that actually came up today on Bloomberg, which is saying that China is buying more and more gold as the trade war drags on. So this is today, 10th of June, 2019. So usually retail traders slash people who use Bloomberg will obviously use Bloomberg for value and for their own trading, or maybe just using Bloomberg for interest. But a lot of the time, if you are a trader and you go onto Bloomberg and you see an article like this saying China is buying more and more gold as the trade war drags on, what are you going to do naturally after this? Like, your psychological comes into this and you see this, your instant reaction is going to be, I'm interested in taking gold higher. And I want to buy gold. Now, I'm not saying that gold won't do this, because it does make perfect sense with the wars that are going on and with what gold has done in the past few weeks, which has been a ridiculous rally. And China has been a lot of the cause of this. And the same with, obviously, the dollar finally taking a massive plunge. So what my point is now is, would you buy gold purely off this? Be honest. I know a lot of people are going to say yes, because I've actually had a few people message me today and saying, what is my thoughts on this? Would you buy gold? And as soon as I seen the headline, Bloomberg, it took me back to an article which happened a year ago when gold was in the same position, similar price levels, which I will show a chart on gold after I've got into the second article. So the second article is, this billionaire has put half his net worth into gold, which is the 1st of May 2018, which is almost a year ago, and it's almost in the exact same time frame, give 4 weeks. And what he was saying on here was that some billionaire has put 5.7 billion net worth into gold. Now, obviously, me being a trader, I've been in Telegram chat rooms before, and I remember being in there, and this article came in, and people are saying, buy gold. If you're not buying gold, you're stupid or whatever, because of what this guy has done. But looking what gold did after this article come out, you will obviously come to the conclusion that this was bullshit and it was completely manipulated, and it was literally just luring in traders to do this. Because once I show you this chart now, you are telling me that if this was valid, some person put 5.7 billion net worth into gold. You're telling me that that wouldn't push gold up into higher levels. So going on to the gold chart now, we will find the date. We have 1st of May 2018. So look at this. So price moved up 1,800. Is that 1,800 pips that? Yeah, 1,900 pips there. So price did do what everyone thought. Price was going up, went up 2,000 pips, which is pretty substantial. So yeah, everyone's hit the jackpot, everyone's in profit, everyone's flying. And then we have this low here. This low is taken out, and price falls 14,000 points, wiping out every trader who bought at the market at that price. Now, this isn't a coincidence because as you can see, the 1st of May, price was at a low and it made a new low on that day and went up 2,000 pips. So, can you see what I'm saying already? An article comes out, price goes up, and then price forms a downtrend at the same time this article comes out and falls down a ridiculous amount of pips. Now, looking at where gold is right now, we're not at the exact same price level. We're relatively close though, and we've just hit daily resistance. And this resistance was this Fibonacci level swing high to swing low, which is 1,800 pips away. So I'm looking at gold now and I'm thinking, do I want to sell gold right now? I don't want to sell it right now because we don't know how clear the picture is. We do need to see some aggressive selling before we enter. But as you can see, we saw a lot of selling and then we saw a massive continue through. So if we can wait for confirmation on this to obviously play out, I would love to see gold below 1300. That would be a really nice place to sell because then that is basically showing you that the sellers are fully in control. But I might want to get a better price. I'm not sure what price I'm going to enter on it yet. I just want to see what happens because, like I said to you, I don't know. I don't know what is actually going to happen here. I could be completely wrong, but just going off what happened in the past when an article came out. Now, the articles aren't exactly the same, but it's the same characteristics behind what Bloomberg is trying to make us do, if you get what I'm saying. Gold happens to be at daily resistance and gold happened to actually reject it, and we've actually formed a tweezer top at the highs. So everything's in place at the minute. We just need to see this follow through because once this does play through and we see aggressive selling, there's a very high chance that gold will continue down for a long time. Now, I'm not saying that we're going to come down to these lows. Never know, we could do. But just looking at where price is now, and obviously this trend line that we have here, which has been running for a very long time. So 300-day trend line. Imagine if this trend line broke. Can we imagine what would actually happen? Gold would definitely come all the way back down here, unless it just faked out and just messed everyone over. But this is my first video. I hope everyone got value out of this and hope everyone can understand me. And I hope people aren't going to be narrow-minded about this and think that this is bullshit because this is extremely valuable and I will definitely be watching this very closely. Now, if you want to message me on Telegram, I'm going to leave my username in the bio. And I don't mind giving everyone my entry when I do enter the trade. So if you just want to message me now and just say hi to watch the video, I'd love to hear everyone's feedback and we'll go from there. Cheers, guys.